To my YouTube channel, where each and every week I interview players one-on-one. And the cool thing about it is I always say I work for the fans. So I always take questions from you guys, ideas from you all, and I put that into my interviews with these players every week. And something very fun at the end of the interview is I do an activity like Office Olympics, just something really fun. And I don't always win, but that's not the point. Just so you guys can get the chance to see these players as people, not just as guys with helmets on running around on Sundays. It's really cool. So if I have your interest, please click subscribe to my YouTube channel and let me know what you think. Hey, it's Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, working for Charlotte Vibe, covering the Carolina Panthers with your report for today, Monday. I'm sorry, it's not even Monday. It feels like Wednesday, December 9th. Happy hump day to everybody out there. So recently, the Carolina Panthers had to place, I think it was about 8 players on the COVID-19 list. And you may be wondering, well, how in the heck did that happen? Because this team has really had this under control all season in terms of players not being on COVID. I think at one point they were one of the few teams that had not placed a player on COVID. And now we have 8. They had a bye week. So as you may imagine, some players were probably gathering together. So today, the NFL's chief medical officer said that basically some players did gather, and that is what caused the spread. So NFL certainly may be talking to the team some more about precautions. You know, there's been several fines from coaches not wearing masks probably on the sidelines to Las Vegas Raiders having several penalties with players gathering outside. They're not supposed to gather outside of the facility. So anyway, Coach Brule has said that he has addressed that with players, just reminding them about the steps that they need to take to be safe. Hopefully they'll get this situation under control, and we will not have to deal with any more players, not in a rampant sense in terms of 8 all at once, getting on the COVID-19 list. And what about those guys that are on COVID? If they're cleared, will they all be able to play this Sunday? So technically, yes, they will all be able to play this Sunday, but Coach said he's going to take it player by player to evaluate what should be done, because one thing you have to remember is, these guys basically had off last week because it was a bye week. He gave them the entire week off, and then for that player to now have another week off, I'm sure depending on the position that they may play and how much that could take a toll on their body, he's going to make a decision on that. Let's go ahead and go over some transactions that have taken place with the Carolina Panthers recently. We had a few things happen. We had activated tackle Greg Little. He was activated off the reserve COVID-19 list. We also had signed, no surprise here, a kicker. I can't say this guy's name. No disrespect to him, but I can't say that. But he was signed to the practice squad. Certainly that's going to be something that has been done for Joey Sly. He's been struggling. We need an emergency kicker. So we signed that guy, and again, no disrespect, but I don't want to butcher his name. And though Coach Rule said, hey, Joey is our kicker this week, I don't know if you want to read between the lines this week, meaning he may not be next week, but also that kicker did take some good practice reps today with the team kicking. But again, Matt Rule said Joey Sly is the guy. Also, designated linebacker Adarius Taylor for return. And what that designation means is that he has, I believe, 3 weeks that he must be activated, since he has now been signaled for return. So that will cover the transactions that have taken place today, December 9th. And let's go over the injury report, which is pretty important these days as well. All right, your Carolina Panthers injury report goes as follows. Dennis Daly, guard, he has a concussion. He did not participate in practice. So was Rasul Douglas with a non-injury related situation, and Marquise Haynes, defensive end, he did not practice with an illness. Had some limited participants in practice. That was safety Sam Franklin, as well as Dante Jackson, cornerback. He was limited. Now, regarding Dante Jackson, coach said he does feel really good about Dante's chances to play this week. Dante today spoke with the media and also indicated that he feels very good about returning this week. So certainly bringing Dante back will elevate that secondary and can be a useful thing for us if that is able to happen. Christian McCaffrey, good old running back Christian McCaffrey. He was limited in practice today. Now, I listed here, I'll bring it back up for a second, that he was only listed the shoulder. But it's more than his shoulder. His thigh was tightening up on him today, giving him some tightness, some limitations, so they decided to limit him in practice today. Now, Coach Rule said that this happened last week, in which Christian injured his thigh. Then it was asked, well, how did he do that? Because there was it was a bye week. So he just said he doesn't know for sure, just assumed that Christian may have done so doing some personal training. But that certainly does bring into question, a great deal of question, if he will play this Sunday versus the Denver Broncos. My feeling, it's Wednesday. They didn't talk about this earlier in the week. I don't feel like he's going to play, just because of how precautious they have been in protecting their franchise running back with a brand new contract. So that concludes the live video. I have not checked to see if there are any questions. What's up, Shelly Long? Sorry for not checking the YouTube comments at the very beginning. As always, invite you guys to like the video. That helps other Panther fans find out about me and covering the Carolina Panthers, as well as consider subscribing and turning on that notification. That way you'll be able to join me when I do these live videos. Man of the people, I love for you all to send me questions for players and coaches. So if you have anything at all, please just list it in the comments. I will make sure I get that question, or I'll do my best to get that question asked, and I'll present the answers to you live on a video here. So yes, Shelly, way too many people on both of those lists, the COVID list and the injury list. It's what you get when you're about, I don't know, we're in week 14 or so of the season, 12, 13. So that's something that happens with a physical game like football. But I appreciate you watching. I appreciate everybody watching. Please stay tuned for tomorrow's video. We'll continue to update you on this Carolina Panthers team as they prepare to take on the Denver Broncos in Charlotte this